Ugh, I hate the way water tastes.
What do you mean? Water tastes like nothing.
Oh, does it? This is a hot dog as a sandwich.
Ketchup is a smoothie.
Yeah, I put ice in my cereal, so what?
That makes no sense.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
A hot dog is a sandwich.
What? Welcome to our podcast, A Hot Dog is a Sandwich, the show we break down the world's biggest food debates. I'm your host, Josh Scher.
And I'm your host, Nicole and
And today we are trying to get me to drink plain water, which I absolutely refuse to do.
Oh my God, Josh, I don't know what you're on this morning, but you're so funny. Even with I hate water.
Ugh, water sucks. This is based off of somewhat real life. People around the office seem to think that I don't drink any water. I would argue, and I have argued, that I am drinking more water than anybody
else in the office.
Partly because of an oral fixation where I need to constantly be lifting something to my mouth.
That is very true. You do have an oral fixation 1,000%.
Maybe I should just have like a toothpick or like a piece of straw, like a Dust Bowl farmer.
So cool if you had a toothpick in your mouth every day. And imagine you were like thinking about stuff and you're just rolling the toothpick in your mouth. You're like a Quentin Tarantino character.
There's a dude at the gym that just has a toothpick in his mouth constantly. And at first I was like, okay, a little too aesthetic. But then now I see him and he's just doing bicep curls, kind of moving the toothpick around his mouth. I'm like, this guy looks sick.
It's probably better than a cigarette.
Yeah, he also has like a giant Star of David tattoo on his back. And I understand the paradox of Jews and tattoos, but it's pretty sick.
Yeah,
it's like barbed wire too.
Oh.
I'm like dead serious. It's a great aesthetic. But no, I happen to not drink very much plain water.
Yeah, you are very hydrated, but you don't drink regular water. You love fizzy water.
I love fizzy water.
Always.
I love a diet soda pop. I drink more fizzy waters than diet soda pop, but the amount of my hydration that comes from plain water, probably sub 20%.
Like, how many cups of plain water do you have? Oh, we'll say a week, because not a day, a week.
Actually, no, we could do a day. I go home and I drink probably a quart of plain water.
So that's 4 cups of water?
That's great. Yeah, great math.
Okay. Well, not everybody knows what a quart and a cup is.
Throughout the day, I'm probably drinking 6 cans or 72 ounces of fizzy water. I used to have a SodaStream at home, but the Bed Bath & Beyond went bankrupt, and that's where I used to refill my SodaStream canisters.
Terrible.
And so now I just don't really know where to do it, so I started drinking plain water. Almost none of it is plain, especially since we banned water bottles.
Well, 4 cups of water seems okay. I remember whenever we were growing up, everyone said,
it's not 4 cups of water. It's 4 cups of water plus 72
4
ounces.
4 cups of plain water.
But fizzy water hydrates you the same as plain water.
Sure, but I remember growing up, we were always taught 8 cups of water a day is what you need to stay hydrated. Now, I always interpreted that as regular, quote-unquote, plain water.
Why?
I don't know.
How do you think it hydrates you differently?
I don't think it hydrates you any differently. I think the experience of like satiation and feeling quenched whenever you drink a fizzy drink versus water are 2 different sensations for me personally.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because if I drink a can of Coke.
A can of Coke?
Have you ever seen the video that's like, where can I get chicken and a can of Coke?
No, what video are you talking about?
The internet. Are you on it?
I've really tried to not be on the internet as much
do you
consciously.
know what I'm talking about? Dude. So is this guy that goes around and asks people in like Scotland or Ireland, like, where can I get a chicken and a can of Coke?
Do you know what the best chicken and can of Coke is in the area?
Chicken
and can of Coke.
What do you want chicken and can of Coke for?
This is one of my favourites.
When you go and have a nice Chinese meal?
You reckon?
Yeah.
What do you reckon I get?
Tell you what, Mr. Chili's.
Mr. Chili's
up there, right?
Seriously.
Right. We've just been there. You want chicken? Get a chicken curry.
Okay, I'll give it.
Superb.
I'll give it a go. I shall give it a go.
And this amuses you.
Clearly, I'm in a giggly mood, clearly. But yeah, for me, I don't know. In my mind, there's something about like, does a Coke satiate you? Yeah. But something about drinking plain water without anything else in it, just, I imagine, makes you feel better, look better, become better.
Yeah, I think we were one of the first generations raised on this weird fetishization of being hydrated.
Well, I'll say that, but also nowadays people are obsessed with water bottles. Like,
yes.
Like I always think it's funny about how like Americans, whenever they go to like Europe or something and they're lugging around these big ass water bottles, then European people are like, what are you doing with your life?
Yeah.
Like, why do you need to be so hydrated right now?
There were a couple of pieces of media that went viral where people are like, Europeans must be dehydrated all the time because they're not just drinking gallons of water.
every
And then
day.
also, if you look at like any nutritional health markers, right? Europe is too broad of a brush to paint with, but like of a lot of developed Western European countries versus America, we have like no legs to stand on
Right.
on any of our practices whatsoever.
Is it fair to say that the foods that they eat hydrate them?
Well, this
Europe?
is a great question. The foods that everybody eats hydrates them.
Right.
Right? As long as you're not eating like very dehydrated, salty
Like
processed foods.
ramen all the time.
Yeah, but if you're eating a salad, there's a lot of water that is locked up in vegetables that goes in hydration. But today we're talking about the biological mechanism of why you would drink water, right? The thing that incentivizes you. The reason sugar tastes good is because that's incentivizing you to get energy to continue living life.
Yes.
The reason we taste umami is because that's associated with protein and probiotics. But water, if it's so essential to life, why don't it taste more better? What is the taste of water?
I have no idea what water tastes like. My whole life, I was like, water tastes like nothing.
Same. I've always thought that too, and I still like kind of believe that water tastes more like nothing than anything else.
Right. And I also think the fact that it's a liquid, don't laugh at me, also makes it taste more like nothing. Because like if I were to bite into something, it would.
Yeah.
I imagine that crunch and that chew, that mastication in my mouth would lead me to believe I can extract flavors from it. But with liquid, since it goes down so easy. Don't look at me like
No, I'm not looking at you like you're crazy. No, this is actually really smart. Keep going. You're really smart.
if he says it, it's true. But like with water, it just goes down so easy and so quick and it dissipates in your mouth. And your saliva kind of tastes like water too, right? Does your swallow your saliva?
I'm welling it up. Ew.
Okay, does that taste like water to you?
Yeah, it tastes more like water than like steak or a Dorito.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
And then do you have water in your cup?
It's not plain.
Is it fizzy?
Oh yeah, it's fizzy, man.
What is like guava fizzy or regular fizzy?
I don't even look at the flavor of LaCroix
Oh
anymore.
my
Smell
God.
it. What flavor do you think it
Oh my
is?
gosh.
Could
If
be
it's
anything.
limoncello, I'm gonna vomit.
We could check the trash can.
Peach pear.
It might be peach. I'm looking at the trash can. I think it's Sao Paulo guava.
I was gonna.
I don't even
said
like the flavors
guava.
anymore. I just want. You really did. I just want the bubbles.
Well, if you were to take out the peach pear guava Sao Paulo flavor,
Yeah.
it tastes like it should taste like your spit, right?
More or less, but the reason you are left with a different taste is effectively because it is washing away your spit. And actually, there was a really incredible research paper. I'm pulling it up right here.
Go
It was
for
at
it.
Caltech by a researcher named Yuki Oka that it's called the cellular mechanism for water detection in the mammalian taste system. I have some buddies that went into like research after college. And
Really?
I remember asking, Emil, you've met him. He was doing something where they were trying to isolate like one particular type of stem cell within a sea monkey. And I was like, oh my
Okay.
God, stem cells. So like, is this for cancer research? And he goes, oh, there's no practical application for it. And I go,
So
what?
They're just doing it to do it?
Yes, they're literally doing it because nobody has ever known it before.
Science rocks.
Science does rock. And also, you know, there's millions of dollars of funds that went into stuff like this. And now a lot of it's probably going to be cut. But you just
Sorry,
sort of know
sea
it to know it.
monkeys.
So anyways, I'm really glad that they're out here finding out these things. But what they have effectively found out is the taste receptors, the taste receptor cells that are
Okay.
being activated in your mouth are the same that detect acid.
So sourness.
Sourness, yes, effectively, but it's just a change in acid that is being activated by water because your saliva has an average pH of like generally slightly below neutral. Neutral on the pH scale is 7, right?
Yes.
It's a very user-friendly 0 to 14 scale.
So
you know?
user-friendly.
However, and then the lower one is the more acidic and the higher one is
Makes
the less
sense
acidic.
to me.
Of course. But anyways, average saliva pH is roughly like 6.4. So slightly more acidic. And then most water is, I believe, slightly basic. And
Okay.
so
So what is that on the scale?
So base would be anything from 7.1 and above.
Okay.
Right? But different waters have different pHs as well.
That's right.
We can get into that. But effectively, the taste of water is the taste of changing acidity in your mouth.
That's so cool.
If you really break it down. And then there's mineral content that also comes into play, which there's a lot of sparkling waters that I really love that have really heavy
mineralization.
You have like Gerolsteiner.
You love Gerolsteiner.
I love Gerolsteiner. It looks anti-Semitic, but it's not.
Yeah. Is it the red one?
It's got a lot of iconography on it that if I saw somebody...
Is there a building on it?
I don't know if there's a building. There might be. Look up, Maggie, can you pull up the Gerolsteiner bottle? It's just spelled like it sounds. If I saw somebody
Where's the umlaut?
If I saw somebody wearing a military uniform that had the Gerolsteiner iconography and logos on it, I would be scared.
You'd be uncomfortable.
I'd be like, oh, bad things have happened in the world.
Oh, no. See, I was thinking of another one, but...
No, Gerolsteiner.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
One,
I guess it kind of looks like the Black Sun. You know, it's... Anyways, the point... Heavy German words and strongly
They make him uncomfortable.
Yeah, not a big fan, but the water is incredible.
They do good water. Did you know that if you ask for... Again, I went to Germany twice, so don't quote me on this, but if you ask for Wasser, they give you sparkling Wasser, and you need to ask for still Wasser.
Ooh.
Sorry. It's just one of the things I learned in Munich when I was drunk at Oktoberfest.
Tresor. Tresor is like that's Berlin, the cool club.
No, it's
where
not.
Where they'll kick you out if you just don't look cool enough.
No, it's called Berghain.
Well, there's Berghain.
Berghain? We should go to Germany together.
I would love that.
Hey, should we go on a double date?
Posso avere 2 bottiglie di acqua frizzante, per favore. That's how you ask for 2 bottles of sparkling water in Italy.
Should we go on a double date trip to Italy with our husband and wife?
With my husband and your wife? Let's do it.
Josh, I want to spit in a cup.
Down.
Josh,
okay.
Speaking of double dates,
so,
can we spit in cups now?
We we should tell the people why we're spitting in cups.
We're spitting in cups because Josh one time told me that he thinks that his saliva is, quote, corroding his teeth. And I'm like, babes, that's literally not how saliva works.
Your like best friend is literally my dentist, too.
I'm like, dude, that's literally not how saliva works. But so you can quell your worries about your freaking acid saliva like a velociraptor ruining your dental work. Let's spit in a cup to see our pH. Because, like you said, this test says 6.
No, acidic saliva can lead to acid erosion and enamel loss.
Do you think you're so special? Do you think you're so special that your spit... And maybe it's all the fizzy drinks and Diet Cokes you drink that's ruining your teeth. Have you ever thought about that?
I believe that's being called red to filth. I think I just got red to filth on that.
So do you want to spit in a cup together?
Yeah, let's do it. We're going to measure our pH because if you have more acidic saliva and drink more basic water, that is going to be a heavier taste change, which might lead you to being more sensitive to the taste of certain waters.
Right. So if you're like, oh, I don't like Dasani. Ooh, I don't like Crystal Geyser. Maybe this is why. Maybe it's because your spit's all left up.
So, Nicole, spit in the cup. I'm going to watch you.
Should I do it on camera?
Yeah. Ew. That's gross, dude. What part of the pH strip do you put in there? I'm welling up saliva in my mouth.
All of it. So you just put it in for 1 second. Uh-huh.
I don't like seeing my own spit in a cup. This is grosser than I thought it would be.
Have you ever done 23andMe? It's bankrupt now, but have you ever done it?
Yeah, did you cancel your... you have to like manually delete your data,
literally
right?
the day before they went bankrupt, I
Oh
literally...
my God.
Okay, well, like, you have so much... Did you put that bottom part in?
Yeah, it's in there. Oh, she's manhandling my spit.
Grow up.
God, yeah.
Have you ever changed a diaper before?
No.
God, you're so effed.
I know, I really am.
How are you going to parent?
I don't know.
Okay, let's just let
I
that
didn't think I got grossed out by anything anymore.
Let's just let that hang out for like a minute. But what were we talking about?
What waters taste good and bad to you?
Oh, well, I like Sparkletts.
You like Sparkletts?
I was raised on Sparkletts.
Okay, I was too. I think Sparkletts is far and away the worst tasting water on the planet.
I love Sparkletts.
Do people know what Sparkletts is, or is that a regional thing? I feel like I haven't seen it in years.
Sparkletts was a water delivery system that would come in these large, like, what was it, like 4-gallon jugs, 10-gallon jugs.
They'd get delivered to your home.
And my mom would say, Salar, come put this on the machine. And my brother would be like, I don't want to. And he would just
You guys had the full machine?
We had the full machine.
Oh, wow.
And we would come in and my brother would tip it over. Some of it would fall on the floor, obviously. And it was in these big microplasticky jugs. And it's probably why we have microplastics coursing through our bodies right now. But that was the water we drank at home and I loved it. And we had it for like 10, 15 years and it was so wonderful.
Sparkletts is one of the few waters that I have ever tasted where I was like, oh, this is different
You
than
think
other
it's
waters
disgusting?
and it's bad.
You think it's disgusting?
I think I haven't had it again. I feel like it was much more common when we were kids that people would have those or you go into some random office or like a doctor's office waiting room and there's a 10-gallon Sparkletts jug in a dispenser. It is a local LA company. It was founded about actually 100 years ago. Happy 100th birthday to
Happy
Sparkletts.
birthday.
Sorry for talking crap on your water. Yeah, the company was featured. Oh my God, Huell Hauser went to the Sparkletts thing in an episode.
I don't
Good
know.
for Huell Hauser.
What's Huell Hauser?
Legendary journalist. I think did a lot of NPR work. But anyways, that was the first water where I tasted and went, oh, I don't like this.
Really?
Yeah.
It was like my baseline, so maybe I got used to it and I didn't think it was a bad flavor.
I think that's definitely part of the taste of water.
I was
is
brainwashed into liking it.
I just didn't grow up drinking water. Ever.
I grew up drinking a lot of water. I
Yeah.
was
Did your mom like push it on you?
Yeah, she's like, you
That's
need to
funny.
drink. To this day, my mom literally texts me saying, drink water.
That's crazy.
She loves keeping me hydrated.
It's funny because as much as Americans talk crap about other parts of the world not drinking enough water, everybody that I knew growing up who was like made to drink water by their parents were kids of immigrants.
Yeah, I don't know.
You know, one of my best friends, Vietnamese, growing up, it was
Mm-hmm.
just like, gotta drink water. Even my best friend Deep, who's Gujarati from India,
Mm-hmm.
his parents would always tell him to drink room temp water out of a metal cup.
Room temp water. So to this day, room temp or ambient water is my preferred type of water versus cold water. Even if I'm sweating, dying outside in like 100-degree weather, ambient style water, I feel like it hydrates me better.
I think it kind of does.
More so than cold?
A lot of this is coming from what was that
Anecdotal?
movie? No. It's a movie like Vertical Limit. It was a mountain climbing movie where they get trapped in the snow, and there's a scene where somebody's heating up water, and they're like, just eat the snow, and they're like, no, if you eat the snow, your body expends energy to melt it. And I was like, oh my God, that's genius. But when you drink cold water, your body does expend energy, turning that into the temperature of your body.
Right.
And so, like, if you eat something cold on a hot day, you're kind of making yourself hotter in a weird way, even though it feels
Yeah.
good, you know?
Sure.
So, yeah, room temp water. But
Love it.
I don't know, but people grew up with different things, different relationships to drinking water. I was raised to just survive on milk and Crystal Light and the 3-liter not name brand, store brand soda pops that you'd get from like
Dr. Shasta.
like Dr. Shasta. Yeah. And so I just, growing up, water was a different taste because it wasn't like Tampico blue juice or the gallons of strawberry horchata that we'd get from the 99-cent store.
Right. That makes a lot of sense. But for us, we always had water, and I used to drink it in a glass cups, and I try to eat it in glass cups now too. How weird.
Why glass cups?
I don't know. I'd rather drink it in a glass cup instead of a plastic or paper cup.
How do you drink water now? Because I still do drink flat water at home, but I'm very picky about it.
How do I drink water now? Honestly, I hoard water bottles. I love water bottles, but if there's like a water filter, like I'll go.
But you filter your water.
Yeah.
Why?
I do. I don't know. Cause I feel like LA tap water is trash.
What do you mean you feel like LA tap water is trash? I feel like big cities tend to have better tap water.
I've been told that. Listen, when I go to the restaurant and they're like still or sparkling, I'm like, give me LA's finest. Give me the tap. Tap is fine.
Yeah.
But now, I don't know, at home, I'm like, whatever, let me just filter it. Let me feel good about myself a little bit. It's just that little extra step in taking care of yourself. Do I think it does anything major? Probably.
How do you think your life would be different if you never filtered your tap water?
Would my life be different?
Yeah. Like, do you
Yeah.
think if you could run those two models side by side?
Like if I didn't care and just grabbed water from the tap and drank it
Yeah.
versus if I got it from like my fridge filter?
Yeah.
No. I mean, yeah, my life would, what do you mean? My life would be better if I did it, and I do it.
You do? Okay, but you
I-
believe that.
I
In what
believe-
way? You think like your skin would be blotchy if you
Yeah.
you'd get cancer 2 years earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what I do, check this out. This is a life hack. You get a Brita filter.
Oh, you
People-
still use Brita filters?
No, check this out. No, I don't. You get a Brita filter. You use the filter until it's all black and filled with plastic or whatever the Brita filter catches. I still don't know. And then you throw that out. You keep the Brita pitcher, and you just fill that with tap water. Put it in your fridge. I swear to God, I've done that for
Grow up.
my whole life. because that way people think that you're doing something good for your health and you're not just running a sink under the faucet, but it's
You're
just
such
tap
a
water.
freak.
Yeah, so
Gosh.
I drink straight tap water.
What a
I used to drink hose water growing up.
That's
you
true.
know,
Well,
that
that's
was most of
probably-
my water consumption.
To be fair,
It's hose
hose
water.
water does taste good.
Yeah.
Straight from the hose. I think it's the plasticine lining. I'm gonna check the pH of our spit, okay?
Yeah, we need a little we need
Okay.
to update on the spit.
So right now I'm looking at my lovely little spit test, and it looks as though I am at a strong 6. I'm at a 6.
Can you look at my spit? So
Why
you're
is
a
yours so
6.
blue? Josh, why is your spit so blue?
Is that acidic or basic?
You're very alkali. You're very
I have basic spit?
Do you see this? Josh's spit is is it because of your sparkly water you're drinking?
I don't know. I made sure to not drink any for a while.
Bestie, your spit is literally in the 8 to 9 region. Your spit,
What does that mean?
You have very alkaline spit. So this is my strip. You know? This is Josh's strip. Do you see this? I don't want any of his spit to get on me. Do you see this? This is alarming. I think you need to go to urgent care.
Wait. Okay, what number? Is there a number correlated to it?
Right now, what I'm seeing is you are somewhere in the 8 to 9.
Dang. Okay, so normal saliva pH is typically between 6.2 and 7.6.
That looks like where I am.
Apparently alkaline saliva can also lead to a bunch of dental issues, which makes sense. Because, like, if you think about, like, lye is a very, very... Fight Club.
Yeah,
The
they
scene
make
with the
soap.
hand.
They make soap
They
out
put the
of the
lye
fat.
on his hand and it burns him because
Yeah, yeah,
heavily
yeah.
basic solutions can also burn, degrade things.
Uh-huh.
Did we just find out I have, like, a serious health problem on the show? That'd be pretty cool.
Oh no, I really hope not.
You know, low
Or maybe
potassium,
it's good for the views. Yeah.
hypokalemia. Well, we'll figure that out. But anyways, so water probably tastes
Different
very
to you.
different.
Then
You got a
someone like-
number on your saliva? Yeah, you're in like the 6.
I'm like in the 6 or 7s. I'm right where I need to be.
Yeah, interesting. Because even if I had sparkling water in the saliva, then I think it would have been more acidic.
Oh my gosh, this is crazy.
I need
So
to
you-
go to one of those. Okay, I've actually had them kind of reach out to me a couple times. Like
Who's
these.
they?
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't know if the Turkish government is behind it, but some like health spa from Turkey. Even like dental spas from Turkey. You see all these influencers going, getting the hair plugs, whatever.
Come with me to do a whole screen, a body screen in Turkey.
Yeah, they just like email you because I guess it's connected to the Instagram, and I've never taken them up on it. But some of them, you can just knock out every health test
go.
in 2 days.
I mean, have you ever
You
been to
know,
Antalya?
I can eat some doner.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I can have a
love
good time. I can get a
turkey.
colonoscopy, see what my basic
you don't need
saliva's
hair
about.
plugs either.
No. And that way I could, get more colonoscopies or whatever. Because I think with the amount of meat that I eat, and creatine, probably pretty predisposed to colorectal cancer.
Why don't you just go? Why don't you just?
To Turkey? Well, I can get it.
You know what? You and
we have
Julia,
colonoscopies at home.
You and Julia should go on a honeymoon there, and then you guys can both get health scans.
Oh, what a
there.
romantic honeymoon! Just watching another guy put his finger in my tuchus.
What? Turkey's a beautiful place. That's just like one. That's like 1/28 of all the fun things you're gonna do, and maybe you'll learn a lot about yourself.
You know, it'd be a nice time.
But
Maybe some polyps. But anyways,
this is why you have such a sensitivity to water tasting differently because of your highly alkaline spit.
yeah.
Dude,
That's
you're
crazy.
all effed up.
And I'm just chasing acidic drinks to try and counter out the alkaline in my spit.
That's what it is.
We've figured it out.
Josh.
Incredible. And we didn't even need a water sommelier to figure that out.
What's a water som? What's that?
We got to talk about the water som.
What is a water som?
I think it's just one guy, but I remember, I think the Patina Group, which is like the most Michelin-starred restaurant group
Yeah.
in Los Angeles.
Who's the head of Patina Group?
His name is Joachim Splichal, but I think he's an Austrian guy. But anyways, they do all the food at the Disney concert hall and big fancy stuff. I remember getting a press release probably 10 years ago that was like, big new thing at the Patina Michelin-starred restaurant group. They got a water sommelier, and they would trot this guy around, and he would do these demonstrations where he'd bring like 6 bottles of water, and you'd drink it, and he'd be like, "This one is slippery. And you'd be like, what?
Huh.
And he'd be like, because of the propensity of magnesium, this is slippery and pairs well with sashimi.
Okay.
And so
I see it.
there
I
are
hate it,
people-
but I see it.
There are people that take the taste of water very, very seriously.
Yeah.
I just don't think that I ever need that in my life.
I don't think I need a water sommelier to like walk me through why this water works well with Duck L'Orange. I just don't think I need that in my life right now, and I don't think I'll ever need that in my life.
Yeah,
but I think
yeah.
it's cool that someone found their niche and found a group of people that also want to know about the best water to pair with freaking tuna carpaccio. That's not interesting to me.
Martin Rees. Martin Rees
Good
is his
for you,
name.
Martin
I think
Rees.
what Martin Rees has is what we're all looking for.
Happiness and joy.
Yeah, one thing that you can really call your own and devote your entire life to, and his is sipping water
That's
and telling
cool.
people about
That's
it.
cool. That's cool.
I think it's really cool. We should all find our own water sommelier of our own lives. You know what I mean?
It's got a lot more introspective than I was thinking.
On the one end of the water tasting spectrum, you have Martin Rees, water sommelier. On the other end, you got water talk.
F water talk.
F water talk. Why F water talk?
Because just drink water. Like I'm seeing.
No, I refuse to drink water.
I'm so tired of seeing people.
I want to mix coffee made hazelnut creamer in my Diet Dr. Pepper and then call it water.
Like stop that. Like people are putting like mermaid powder, which let me tell you, if it leads to you getting more hydrated, cool, do it. But also I think it's total BS. Just drink water. Find a water you like. Maybe it's Fiji, maybe it's Voss. I love Voss water. I just remembered. Have you read Voss water before?
Yeah, I don't like the shape of its bottles.
What?
It's just too
I
phallic.
love the shape of the bottles.
No, because I
To be
love
fair, I'm
smart
a straight
water
woman,
and they're
so-
phallic, and I
don't like straight water.
You don't like straight women? Why not?
like smart water.
You don't like smart water. I'm so sorry. I misread what you said entirely.
I also don't care for lots of straight women. They suck honestly.
Rank your favorite to least favorite straight women
Of all time?
all time. Who's number one?
My favorite straight woman of
Yeah.
all time, Leslie Bibb.
Do you know she's straight?
No. She's with
Big
Sam
Leslie
Rockwell.
Bibb fan?
She's with Sam Rockwell.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they've been together for a long
Oh
time.
my God, incredible. And they were both in the season of White Lotus.
Yeah, I don't care for White Lotus, but I think Leslie Bibb is
You
fabulous.
just dropped a Leslie Bibb reference in 2025 and you don't watch White Lotus?
Yeah, she's like all over my feed.
I know, Leslie Bibb's been in a lot of great stuff. She has an incredible body of work.
Yes.
She was in Rhett and Link's Buddy System, and,
Yes, she
and then
was.
it's on TV. But
Yeah, she's
the
been all
reason
over-
you were referencing Leslie Bibb in 2025 is not because of White Lotus.
Yeah, is that okay?
Yeah, it's okay. It's
that a
just I
problem for
find
anyone
it
here?
bizarre.
You want to know who my least favorite
And
straight
Sam
person-
Rockwell. Did you even hear Sam Rockwell's whole soliloquy?
To be fair, I did see 3 billboards outside of Ebbing, Missouri, like a week ago. So Sam Rockwell was on my mind.
You're referencing both Leslie Bibb and Sam Rockwell in the year of our Lord 2025, and it's not about the White Lotus season 3.
You can have like past experiences that can help define you
Sure.
as to who you are today.
I understand that. It just seems uncanny.
That's okay.
Okay, and
Not
then
everything is as it seems, Josh.
who's your least favorite straight woman? It can just be like the name of somebody you met once.
Carol? F. Carol, man.
You don't like Carol?
She's so-
Carol's never even like experimented around a little bit?
Get out of my face, Carol. Okay, this is a dumb conversation. Let's talk about water. Josh,
Water, a very smart conversation. Hi.
after all of this,
Yes.
all of the spitting in cups and talking about people that aren't relevant anymore to our lives,
Yes.
I need to know, what does water taste like?
Water tastes as close to nothing as nothing can taste. However, water does taste like something. Water tastes like the mineral content that is in it, including salinity. Water also tastes in direct opposition to what the pH of your saliva is. So you are mostly tasting a little bit of salt, a little bit of rocky minerals, and then also a change in pH. Could be more basic, could be more acidic than your spit. Generally swings both ways. But I will say we have fundamentally altered our biology and caused epigenetic shift in the way that we taste foods because we grew up just drowning ourselves in artificial cherry flavor, red dye number 40, and malic acid inside these drink powders and Hawaiian punches. So we've completely fried our motherboards in our brains to where things that nature gives us now taste like poison.
Life gets busy, but that doesn't mean you have to put your language learning goals on hold. With Rosetta Stone, you can practice anytime, anywhere, whether you have 5 minutes or an hour.
Yeah, I've been doing the old lunch and learn.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you know how sometimes I put on shorts and walking shoes and sunglasses?
Yes, your hot girl walks.
My hot girl walk. So what I've been doing is I've been practicing my Spanish with Rosetta Stone on my little mobile app.
Love it.
And I'm just walking out in public just going, hola, ¿cómo se llama usted?
Very good.
And thank you so much. And then sometimes people will answer me. So I love that I can switch seamlessly between my desktop when I'm doing it at home and the mobile app, and I can pick up right where I left off. So if I'm on the go, Rosetta Stone makes learning fit into my schedule. And with their lifetime membership, I'm not locked into just one language. I can learn as many as I want. Maybe it's Spanish today and it's, Polish the next. Maybe I'm learning Italian. Posso avere due bottiglie de acqua frizzante per favore alla piscina.
Wow, the possibilities are endless.
See?
Don't wait. Unlock your language learning potential now. A Hot Dog is a Sandwich listeners can grab Rosetta Stone's lifetime membership for 50% off.
That's unlimited access to 25 language courses for life. Visit rosettastone.com/hotdog to get started and claim your 50% off today. Don't miss out. Go to rosettastone.com/hotdog and start learning today. Or as they say in Italy, grazie.
Spring is finally here, and that means more time for adventures, fresh air, and doing what you love, not spending hours in the kitchen. That's why I love Factor. Their fresh, ready-to-eat meals just take 2 minutes to heat up so I can fuel up fast and get back to my day. I just had the truffle butter filet mignon and it was, oh my gosh, incredible. It tasted like something from a restaurant but without any of that tedious work. I especially love the potato leek mash. And with 45 menu options, I can mix it up every week, whether I'm going for protein plus, keto, or calorie smart meals. I've been super busy juggling family, work, and a really active social life. So using a service like Factor has really made life a bit less complicated for me, especially when I'm running around putting out fires all day at work, literally and figuratively. Factor isn't just for dinner. They've got delicious breakfasts, quick lunches, and even snacks and desserts, all made with quality ingredients and no hassle. It's easier to savor more this spring. Factor meals pack in the flavor with none of the fuss. Get started at factormeals.com/hotdog50 off and use code hotdog50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code hotdog50 off at factormeals.com/hotdog50 off for 50% off plus free shipping.
Now it's time for a segment where Nicole and I put our trivia knowledge to the test. It's time for our very own trivia segment called
Yummy in My Tummy Got Some Trivia for You.
That's right. Robot Maggie has 3 questions prepared. Nicole, you and I will wait until the question is complete, and then we will answer. If wrong, the other person will get a chance to guess and earn the point. Let's hear that first question.
What condiment was used for its medicinal qualities in the 1800s?
I know it. I know it. I believe it to be ketchup.
Oh, I was going to say mustard.
The correct answer is ketchup.
F off.
It was ketchup. Here's the thing. All food was just medicine at some point. They believe they're like, hey, you got a headache, you got a gunshot wound, eat a couple of walnuts. Put some leeches on it, get some walnuts in you, you'll be all right.
What is the prognosis for Cool Ranch Doritos?
Malaise. Wasting disease.
Malaise.
The process of baking a pie crust before adding the filling is called what?
Ah!
I know it.
1, 2, 3.
Blind baking.
The correct answer is blind baking.
Very good. I have nothing to say about that other than good job.
Thank you. Yeah, you as well. It's good for custard pies. Bake the crust, add the custard, let it
You know what I love? I love a silk. You ever had a Mississippi mudslide silk pie?
Like a silk and chiffon, a little, a little chocolate mousse.
Love chocolate mousse.
I hate it.
You hate chocolate mousse?
I actually had the worst chocolate mousse I ever had at a restaurant this weekend, and I would never order it, but there was such a bad restaurant
the one you were
that
telling
they
me
just
about?
sent a ton of desserts.
Oh, lol. I remember you telling me about
it was just they called it a panna cotta. But it was a mousse, but it was an awful version of either.
Ew.
Oh man. No, chocolate mousse has never done it for me. A great chocolate mousse
You know
is
what I
like...
love? A gâteau. Have you ever had those fancy gâteaux? Like crème au gâteau.
Gâteau crémeux? Ghetto's just kind of French for cake.
Yeah.
But
I like
what does it look
cakes.
like
Maybe
to
I
you?
like mousse cakes.
Like a nice mousse cake? What about like an opera cake?
I don't like the chocolate on the outside.
No, I love cake soaked in liquid, and opera cake does it for me.
Like Baba rum.
Like Baba O'Rum, yeah. Baba O'Reilly, another great song by The Who. All right, send it, Maggie.
True or false? Nutmeg is a hallucinogen.
That's
True.
That is true.
The correct answer is true.
Yeah, actually, nutmeg has a crazy slim margin between psychoactivity and overdose. So kids, don't smoke nutmeg.
Or
Do great fresh nutmeg in your bechamels. I think arguably the best use of nutmeg in savory foods. You know what? I'm influencing the kids to stay off drugs. I'm more effective than the DARE program.
You are.
Me and Nancy Reagan have a lot in common, if you know what I mean.
I love throat goat. You are the local throat goat of Mythical.
All right, Nicole.
What?
Heard what you and I had to say. Now it's time to find out what other wacky ideas are rattling out there in the universe. I know I won.
Congrats.
It's time for a segment we call
Opinions are like casseroles.
Okay. Maggie, may you please play the first opinion?
Yes.
So
Thank you so
polite.
much.
You've never been
A
this.
polite young man.
Hey Josh, hey Nicole. This is Isaac from Tennessee. I'm 12
Hey,
years old,
Isaac.
and my food opinion is hot sauce makes everything better. Any food that you add hot sauce to will be better.
Yeah.
Okay, love the pod. Thank you. Bye.
Isaac, we love you. Thank you so much for listening to the pod. Isaac's a young person.
Isaac sounds like my husband.
His tenor of
No.
voice?
My husband agrees and says that hot sauce is better on everything. He eats hot sauce with every single meal. Doesn't matter what country it's from. Doesn't matter what temperature the food is.
Yeah.
He puts sriracha on gourmet sabzi. That's the kind of husband I have.
So Isaac, when you're talking about hot sauce, you're generally talking about three things. You're talking about salt, you're talking about acid, and you're talking about heat or capsaicin.
Mm-hmm.
And I do generally agree, like acid can wake up food. A lot of foods, that could use a hit of salt. Salt tastes good. And then heat, that actually stimulates a positive brain response. I was thinking about something recently, though. So, like hot chicken, right? It's so big right now. Saw this big explosion.
You mean like Nashville hot chicken?
Nashville hot chicken, yeah. But I
Okay.
think just spicy foods in general, we're kind of seeing this, a bigger trend towards.
Okay.
Even Sichuan cuisine across China is getting more popular with young people specifically. Young people, especially Isaac's age, right, grew up with so much dopamine hits constantly, right? From technology, everything being gamified, increased screen time, all this stuff. I wonder if any of that need for that intensity and dopamine hit has translated into food taste.
For sure.
Because if you think
I'm
about
convinced.
every new chip flavor, right? Oh my God, Spork just got a new one. It's Flamin' Hot Korean Barbecue Doritos.
Yeah.
It's all getting more sour. It's all getting spicier.
More
It's all
intense.
getting saltier. We're kind of like chasing this intensity. And so, Isaac, I would challenge you. Try not putting hot sauce on some foods. I say as I go home and slather hot sauce on everything. I just complained about how we eat
Literally
too much
just
spicy food.
complained how much spicy food
Yeah.
this guy eats.
Isaac, you're right, though. Hot sauce is good.
So hot sauce is bomb. Just as always, just be aware if you start to feel any sort of stomach pain or any sort of irritation, just pull back on the hot sauce, please.
Yeah, Isaac, limit your screen time.
Come on. It's like that one rapper kid that was eating hot Cheetos and he got an ulcer. He had to
Lil
go to the
Xan.
hospital. Little
Lil
Xan had
Xan
to go
the
to the
rapper.
hospital.
Do we think that was actually, because his name Lil Xan, which is for short for Xanax, a drug.
Oh my gosh.
Do you think maybe he was in the hospital for not hot Cheetos?
And maybe it was for Xan.
Maybe it was for Xan? Like if his name was Lil Hot Cheeto and he was in the hospital for eating hot Cheetos, I would buy it.
That'd be too on the nose, Josh.
It might have been.
I think it'd be too on the nose.
What, a benzodiazepine? Is that what Xanax is?
I think Xans are a type of benzo.
I think so, right?
If I can think back to all of the rap music I listened to, it seems as though, I might be correct. Do you mind looking it up on the internet, Josh?
Yeah, it's a type of benzodiazepine. What? What do you say? Anyways,
Doing
next
a bit.
opinion. Isaac, you rule. Sorry for talking about drugs.
Hi, Josh, Nicole, Maggie. My name's Matt. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Hey, go
So
Steelers.
I just had a question about my mom.
Where is she?
As far as I've ever known, she's put her green beans, like out of a can when she cooks it, in just a bunch of Italian dressing. Nothing else. And when I asked her about it, she said that, I don't know, she saw her aunt do it once. So I literally have no context for this, and I'm just wondering if you guys have ever heard of this or know why she would do that. Still tastes good. All right. Thanks. Love the pod. Bye.
Cooked?
I mean, the green beans are cooked to death. They're canned green beans.
Oh, they're canned. Do you think they're hot?
I would guess probably, yeah, hot, a little warm.
Okay.
But I feel like I could see either. Because there were a lot. Okay, if I had to guess where this came from, it was probably like Good Housekeeping, 1973.
I was going to say
right?
Good Housekeeping, 70s.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Incredible.
Back then, recipes could have just been
Whatever.
It could have been called green bean surprise
Yeah.
or like zesty Italian green bean surprise. And the ingredients could have just been open can of green beans, drain, add Italian dressing.
Legit.
And then if you want to transform that into zesty Italian 3-bean salad surprise, it would
Guess
just
what?
say add a can of kidney beans, add a can of
That's
garbanzo
right.
beans.
That's right. That's
So
right.
I'm guessing that's where that came from because there's a lot of weird quirks like that. Like even thinking back to my childhood, like stuff that my mom would make, just what I can only describe as like white trash casserole salads.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff just came from one magazine in like the 70s.
Yeah, when I was cooking for Rhett and Link as their moms, which is something we did in the past, where like it would be like their recipes. It's basically just like store-bought stuffing, chicken, and a slice of cheese, and that would be the meal.
Yeah.
So it reminds me of that, kind of. Listen, if it tastes good and you like the way it tastes, no problem. Shout out to your aunt. She sounds lovely. And your mom. I'm sure your mom sounds lovely as well.
And so many of those foods back then were a status symbol in a certain way, right?
The fact that
Like-
you could get like canned stuff.
The fact that you get canned stuff, and also this
Wishbone
is generally
dressing.
when women started entering the
workforce.
workforce in larger numbers. And I think it's funny when we look back and like fetishize these eras, in especially like the 50s, where it's just like, single income households could just, cook homemade meals all the time. It's like they didn't have access to foods like that. The produce section in the grocery store looked real different in the 1950s. You know what I mean? So anyways, yeah, probably that. Probably tastes pretty good.
Hi, my name is Tanner from northern Colorado. I just need you guys' opinion on something. My girlfriend of 4 years has recently eaten sunflower seeds around me for the first time. Now, I normally like to crack the shell, eat the seed, and then spit out the shell.
Yeah, you know where this is going.
My girlfriend likes to take a small handful of sunflower seeds, put them in her mouth, crunch the shell and seed all together, and swallow all of it. She does not spit out any shell, does not separate anything, and I think that is insanity. Let me know what your opinion is. Thank you.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, you go first.
I do not know how to crack seeds
Same.
and spit
I
them
have
out.
no oral dexterity.
No, zero oral dexterity. So my whole life, I know Persians love seeds.
Just mashing around blind in there.
Persians love eating seeds. It's truly a pastime activity for us. So literally, like our whole lives, what we do is my mom just buys these seeds and she roasts them fresh, and we get in there. I would just eat handfuls of them. And also all of the flavors on the outside of the seed anyway. So like, why would I not suck down and eat all that yummy goodness, whenever the seed on the inside is just about roasted. There's no salt on it. So the nicest thing, like to this day, sometimes like my mom and dad, sometimes my husband David, they crack it for me and they give it to me because I'm so baby.
A sunflower seed?
Everything, like a sunflower
But
seed or
that's-
like a pumpkin seed.
You would
like,
need to do that 1,000 times. You crack a whole walnut for somebody. That's nice. You get to eat a
No,
whole walnut.
no. You don't understand how kind my family
They're cracking
is.
it with their mouth?
Yeah, but it's okay. They're my family. It's my mom.
I see
am
why
half
you're
of
so
her.
cavalier with my spit.
Now you get it? Now you get it. But like, my mom, I'm half of my mom, and my husband is like, we're the same person. Like,
Your husband is also your mom. I get it.
get it. But like sometimes like even if it's like opening pistachio shells, like sometimes people do it with their mouths. Like they do it for me.
It's very nice. Like I get the cutting fruit as a gesture, but a sunflower seed seems too much. And then you just go, and then you hold your hand out for more. Like a little bird, like a hummingbird. That's crazy.
Well, whenever you're the baby of the, like I'm the like super baby
Yeah.
of the family. Like reminder, my brother's 12 years older, my sister's 13 years older. Like American baby. They still treat me like
so
that.
you're saying what he should do is you like a bird, like a goldfinch, should use your little beak to peck open each sunflower seed for her if you are so disgusted by her swallowing the seeds. Because I have a different take.
Because my mom used to literally say, "You are going to poop out seeds." Like she's like, we're gonna have to take you to the doctor. Your inner lining is gonna rip. And I'm like, I'm not gonna stop doing it. And then they're like, I guess I'll just crack that for you.
Let her cook. Let her cook, because that's what I do too. I shove it all in there and I keep chewing it. I'm like a cow chewing its own cud. And then I swallow it. And look at me, I'm kick-ass, dude. I'm like wildly successful. You know what
Josh,
I mean?
I keep looking at your spit. I keep looking at your spit strip, and I'm like, I don't think you're kick-ass. I don't think you're gonna be kick-ass for much longer.
I would literally like watch. I'd be like in a dugout, like a baseball dugout in like PE or something, and the PE coach would give you sunflower seeds. Like, this is what baseball players do. And I'd watch the other kids, and then go and spit out the seeds perfectly, or spit out the shells perfectly, and then I would just try and do it, and then I go, and I would just like spittle, like spiky spittle onto myself.
We have no oral dexterity.
None, and that's fine.
It's so embarrassing.
Yeah, but either way, I live and let live, or you have to crack every seed for her.
Is it weird? Is what I said weird?
No, dude, no.
Is what I said weird?
Different strokes for different folks.
You make me feel like what I said is weird.
I'm weirded out by the amount of labor that it would take to satiate you with that.
It's not about satiating.
You know what I mean?
It's about doing it out of the kind. It's not about.
It'd be like someone peeling individual grapes for you. You know?
That's not that outside. Yeah, what do you mean it's not that outside of like what happens? Like if there's seeds in the grapes, cut through, yeah.
Oh, interesting.
It's called caring about the people around you.
Yeah, I guess
I'm probably going to do that for my kids.
I'm projecting because I wish I had somebody that cared about me enough to feed me like a bird. You're going to baby bird sunflower seeds at me? That sounds nice. Thank you for that.
How comfortable you are with my spit. But I'm clearly
How much spit gets in there?
Well, it depends how
how hard the seed is, I guess.
It depends how hard the seed is and how
wet your mouth is.
Little watermelon seeds all over, just like hand in like a little kernel filled with spit.
You're eating watermelon seeds?
Have you ever had a watermelon seed, like a roasted watermelon seed?
No, people are doing this?
Jesus Christ on a cross.
What? Oh, now I'm the uncultured one. You're getting sunflower seed spit in your mouth. All right, on that note, thank you for listening to a hot dog.
You've never had roasted watermelon seeds?
No, I didn't know you could do that.
These are all Tabrizi roasted. Dude, are you kidding me? This is a Persian staple.
How do you say it in Farsi?
Tokhme hendune.
Tokhme hendune. Why didn't you say so? Yeah, I've had tokhme hendune. On that note, thank you for listening to Hot Dog is a Sandwich. We got new audio-only episodes every Wednesday. They have a video version here on YouTube every Sunday.
If you want to be featured on Opinions or like Casseroles, hit us up at 833-DOG-POD1. The number again is 833-DOG-POD1.
Tell us your favorite way to eat tokhme hendune.
Your Farsi's getting so
chili
good.
Lime. Merci. For more Mythical Kitchen, check out our other videos. We launch new episodes every week. See y'all next time.